When Predator 2 hit theaters in 1990, it brought the alien hunter from the jungle straight into Los Angeles. The weapons changed completely. We're talking over 40 different firearms, plus alien technology that still looks incredible today. This film actually predicted real police gear that departments use now. We're breaking down every weapon in this movie, from Danny Glover's Chrome Desert Eagle to the Predator's Smart Disc. The year is 1997 in the movie's timeline. Los Angeles is burning up during a heat wave while Colombian and Jamaican gangs tear the city apart. Detective Mike Harrigan and his LAPD team are stuck in this war zone when an invisible alien hunter shows up. The setting shift from jungle to city meant completely different weapons for close-quarters combat. The production team loaded this film with modified firearms, most of them civilian guns dressed up to look tactical. Those modifications like laser sights and weapon lights were rare in 1990. Now, every police officer has them. Let's get into the arsenal. Mike Harrigan's signature weapon is impossible to miss. That brushed chrome Magnum Research Desert Eagle Mark VII in .357 Magnum is one of the most recognizable handguns in cinema. Magnum Research developed this in the late 1970s with Israel Military Industries. The Desert Eagle uses a gas-operated system where gases from the gunpowder cycle the action. This thing weighs over 4 pounds loaded, more than most rifles. Harrigan's Desert Eagle has a scope-mounted chrome laser sight with the wire running over the ejection port. He uses it during the rooftop search, the cemetery standoff, and the final showdown. The Desert Eagle became a Hollywood icon because it looks massive on screen, but real police barely use it. The weight makes it impractical, and the gas system is too complicated. Harrigan's team each carried modified sidearms. Detective Leona Cantrell has a Sig Sauer P226 in 9mm with an early laser-aim sight. Detective Jerry Lambert has the nickel version. Sig introduced the P226 in 1984 for military trials. It holds 15 rounds and lost the contract to Beretta by a tiny margin, but Navy SEALs adopted it. Detective Danny Archuleta carries a Smith & Wesson Model 4506 in .45 ACP with a Laser Products weapon light. This third-generation Smith came out in 1988 with an 8-round magazine. In Harrigan's truck, we see backup weapons he considers but doesn't select. There's a Colt Commander in 9mm with a tactical light. The Commander dates to 1949 as a compact 1911 with a 4.25-inch barrel. There's also a Sig Sauer P225 and an AMT hardballer long slide. Harrigan picks up the hardballer and dismisses it as too small, which is hilarious because it has a 6-inch slide and fires 45 ACP. The joke references Arnold Schwarzenegger in The Terminator. The prop department included one incredible historical firearm. At the end, the elder Predator presents Harrigan with an antique flintlock pistol engraved Raphael Adolini, 1715. This is a reproduction Catalonian Michelet lock pistol. These mechanisms from the 16th century Spain used flint-striking steel to create sparks. The engraving connects to the 2022 film Prey, showing predators hunting Earth for centuries. Gang members carry revolvers throughout. A subway gangster has a Dan Wesson Model 15 in .357 Maximum with a vented heavy barrel. The Jamaican leader Goldtooth carries a gold-plated Smith & Wesson Model 66 with ivory grips. The Model 66 came out in 1970 as stainless steel. We also see Smith & Wesson Model 60 revolvers in .38 Special on the subway. Submachine guns dominate the action sequences. LAPD officers carry modified Heckler & Koch HK-94 carbines converted to look like MP5s. The real MP5 is a 9mm submachine gun from 1964 that became the gold standard for SWAT teams. But importing real MP5s was difficult, so armorers took the civilian HK-94, shortened the barrel, and converted it to full auto. These hold 30 rounds with a 200-meter effective range. El Scorpio uses a two-tone micro Uzi in the opening. Israel Military Industries designed the micro Uzi in 1986 as a compact version of the 1950 Uzi. It fires 9mm at 1,200 rounds per minute from a 20-round magazine. Jamaican gangsters use Franchi LF 57 submachine guns, rare Italian designs from 1956 with 40-round magazines. The rifles show military weapons in gang hands. Harrigan and LAPD use Colt CAR-15 variants with fake M203 grenade launchers, just like the first Predator. Gangs carry Steyr AUGA-1 bullpup rifles from Austria. The AUG came out in 1977 with the action behind the trigger, giving a full barrel in a shorter package. It holds 30 rounds of 5.56 millimeter with a 500-meter range. Government agents use Heckler & Koch HK 91 rifles in 7.62 millimeter NATO. We see M16A1 rifles at the metro station and Ruger Mini 14S in various configurations. Chinese Norinco Type 56 AK clones appear in gang hands. Shotguns provide close-range devastation. Harrigan's primary long arm is a modified Benelli M1 Super 90 entry and 12 gauge. This Italian semi-automatic from 1986 has a short barrel and holds 3 or 4 shells. Harrigan's has a laser sight mounted on top. In the slaughterhouse, it fires way more rounds than possible. Standard movie magic. We also see Franchi SPAS-15 shotguns and Mossberg 500s in bullpup stocks. The gang armory scene shows an arms race gone wild. A gangster picks up a Barrett M82A1 anti-materiel rifle in 50 BMG. Ronnie Barrett designed this in 1982 to destroy vehicles at extreme range. It weighs 30 pounds and holds 10 rounds with an 1,800-meter effective range. No street gang needs a weapon for destroying armored vehicles. The armory contains M60 machine guns from Vietnam, Browning 50 caliber heavy machine guns, and an M47 Dragon anti-tank missile system. The Dragon used a 140mm warhead designed to kill Soviet armor. Anti-tank weapons in a gang hideout show how society collapsed in this future. The City Hunter Predator brings a different arsenal. Unlike the Jungle Predator, who used his plasmacaster constantly, the City Hunter relies on close-range weapons to avoid attention. The plasmacaster shoulder cannon fires plasma bolts but gets used sparingly. The net gun fires an expanding trap. The spear gun launches a retractable spear. The combistic is an extending staff. The wrist blades are retractable claws for slashing. The smart disc is what everyone remembers. It's a razor-sharp circular blade the Predator throws like a boomerang that slices through anything. Harrigan catches it and uses it against the Predator in their final fight. Behind the scenes, the disc was foam rubber for safety, with cutting effects done practically since CGI was limited in 1990. Stan Winston's studio designed all Predator weapons to look advanced and primitively tribal, showing the honor-based hunting culture. The self-destruct device is basically a small nuclear bomb. The Metacomp is a surgical kit for patching wounds. Something fascinating happened with Predator 2 that nobody talks about. The weapons modifications were prophetic. In 1990, laser sights on handguns were expensive specialized equipment most departments didn't issue. Weapon lights were rarer. Fast forward to today, and every patrol officer has a weapon light and often a laser on their duty pistol. Those oversized laser sights that look dated now were showing a future just 7 years away, but they predicted actual tactical gear development for the next 20 years. The film's vision of militarized urban police with rifles and heavy gear became reality. Stephen Hopkins and his crew accidentally forecast law enforcement equipment direction. From Danny Glover's Chrome Desert Eagle to the foam Smart Disc, Predator 2 packed more weapons into one film than entire franchises. The mix of modified real firearms with Stan Winston's alien weaponry created an arsenal that holds up over 30 years later. Which weapon would you grab facing the City Hunter? Drop your choice in the comments. Hit like if you learned something new, and subscribe.